Hello, fellow STEM students. We are here to discuss limit laws.
I am Hannah Romanes. I am here to discuss constant variable and constant variable.
I'm Katerina Arizobal and I will be discussing addition, subtraction, and multiplication.
I am Ariana Morales and I'll be discussing division, exponents, and radicals.
The number one of limit laws is constant. The formula of this is the limit of C approaching A is equals to C. The limit of 6 approaching A is equals to 6. The limit of 8 approaching 4 is equals to 8. The number 2 of limit laws is variable. The formula of this is the limit of x approaching A is equals to A. The limit of x approaching 3 is equals to 3. The limit of x approaching 7 is equals to 7. Number 3 of limit laws is constant variable. The formula of this is the limit of Cx both approaching A is equals to C lim x. The limit of 4x equals 4 lim x both approaching negative 2 in 4 lim x, we're gonna substitute the x to 4 and times 2, negative 2. That is negative 8. The limit of 6x equals 6 lim x, both approaching 3. In 6 limit x, we're gonna substitute the x to 6 and multiply it to 3. That is 18.
So we have here the formula for addition in limit laws. The limit of f of x plus g of x while x is approaching to a is equal to the limit of f of x plus the limit of g of x while x is approaching to a. Limit of 7x plus 10 while x is approaching to 3 is equal to the limit of 7x plus the limit of 10 while x is approaching to 3. In limit 7x, you need to substitute the x to 3 and then multiply it to 7, which will be equal to 21, and then add the limit of 10, which will be equal to 31. Here we have the formula for subtraction in limit laws. So the limit of f of x minus g of x while x is approaching a is equal to the limit of f of x minus the limit of g of x while x is approaching to a. So here we have an example for subtraction of limit law. The limit of 7x minus 10 while x is approaching to 3 is equal to the limit of 7x minus the limit of 10 while x is approaching to 3. So in limit of 7x, you would need to substitute the x for 3 and then again multiply it to 7, which will be 21, and then minus it to the limit of 10, and then the final answer will be 11. So here we have the formula for multiplication in limitless. The limit of f of x multiplied by g of x while x is approaching a is equal to the limit of f of x multiplied by the limit of g of x while x is approaching to a. So here we have an example. The limit of 2 multiplied by 4x plus 9 while x is approaching negative 2 is equal to the limit of 2 multiplied by the limit of 4x plus 9 while x is approaching to negative 2. In limit of 2, you can bring down 2 or multiply it by 1, and then in limit of 4x plus 9, you need to substitute x to negative 2 and then multiply it by 4, which will be negative 8, and then plus 9, and then the answer will be 1, and then multiply 2 and 1, and then the final answer will be 2.
Ang number 7 sa limitless ay ang division. At ang formula para dito ay limit of fx, x is approaching to a over limit of gx, x is approaching to a. Ang isang example ng division ay ang limit of 4x plus 9, x is approaching to 4 over limit of 5x minus 3, x is approaching to 4. Ang gagawin lang natin dito para makuha ang sagot ay isa-substitute yung 4 sa x. Kaya ang mangyayari, limit of 4 times 4 plus 9, x approaching to 4 over limit of 5 times 4 minus 3, x is approaching to 4. Pagkatapos nun ay ipagta-times lang natin yung 4 at saka 4 para makuha yung 16 plus 9. 5 times 4 ay magiging 20 minus 3. Kaya ang magiging sagot natin ay 25 over 17. And that is our final answer. Ang number 8 sa limitless ay ang exponent. Ang formula sa exponent ay limit fx raised to n is equals to limit f times x raised to n. Ang example nito ay ang limit 3x minus 4 raised to 5, x is approaching to 2, is equals to limit 3 times 2 minus 4 raised to 5, x is approaching to 2. Ang mangyayari, pagta-times lang natin yung 3 at 2, which is 6 minus 4 raised to 5. Ang magiging sagot ay 32. 9. Radicals. Ang formula para makuha ang radicals ay limit of n radical fx, x is approaching to a equals to radical n, limit of fx, x is approaching to a. Ang example natin para sa radicals ay ang limit of 3 radical 3x minus 4, x is approaching to 2, is equals to limit 3 radical 3 times 2 minus 4 is equals to 3 radical 6 minus 4, 3 radical 2 is equals to 1.25. And that is our final answer.
And that's all. Thank you for watching.